Hey guys, so it's Mara from the future and I'm already in Colombia. It has been already like almost 3 weeks here, and it has been really nice but also really weird because obviously coronavirus. And what has been really weird in here is that in Mexico they didn't take like any measures like at all. If you wanted to go out and run without even a face mask or anything, you could, like nobody would tell you anything. And here in Colombia they have so much more restrictions. So like for example, you have to be in your house at 4 p.m. Everything closes at that time. You need to go out with a face mask. Children are not supposed to go out. They're just allowed to go 30 minutes per day. Adults cannot go out either, just if it's like your day, depending on the number on your ID card. But yeah, that's like some of the many rules that we have here, which I think is really good because it's safer. But for example, in Mexico, they weren't taking any measures like at all, like none. So yeah, and it's been pretty nice. So I had my 14th birthday here, as you could see in my Insta. You're going to see are about how I traveled from Mexico City to Bogota, which is Colombia's capital, and then I had to go on a road trip to Pasto, which is my dad's town, because guess what? There were no national flights. And that was really exhausting, and I was tired AF, and I was bored AF because I had my phone, but I didn't download anything on Netflix, so I had nothing to do but sit and see through the window. And as you can see, like the mountains and the landscapes, everything is like so beautiful, so it wasn't that bad. Hey guys, so right now I'm already in the plane, and to be honest, it's huge. Like, oh my god, there's so much people. And we were in business class, but I thought it was just going to be like more comfy chairs, like as always. But it's like these beds in which you can lay down, and I saw them and I was like, oh my freaking god, like I was shook. Like, this is the first time that I'm going to go on one of these like seats, and it's so comfortable. So right now I forgot to film lunch because I'm so dumb and I forget everything. I'm new to this YouTube thing, so I'm sorry. And also I had some chicken barbecue wings, and now I bought this ham and cheese croissant with veggies because I thought that we weren't going to have anything for dinner because of the coronavirus. And I bought it. It's like this one. But when we were boarding the plane, we actually had some food given to us. And it's like Rice Krispies, a little juice, and there's another croissant with ham and cheese in there. So I'm not pretty sure which one I'm going to be having for dinner, but yeah. So right now we are in the plane. It's like 1 something, and we're going to take off at 2, and then we're going to get to Colombia at 8 because we're going to stop in Cancun to leave some people and get some people. So we're gonna get at 8. Then I think we're going to rest somewhere, and then tomorrow we're gonna get in the car and we're gonna drive all the way to my dad's town. And by the way, I'm ready for the corona. Like, look, I have this thing. I have this thing that my mom gave me for my hair because she thinks that it could also get transmitted through your hair, so whatever. And I have this mask, which is like plastic because it's super hard, and so I'm equipped. And they also gave us these like little bags with hand sanitizer and some of these, so we're equipped. This is Then for dinner I had this turkey ham and cheese croissant with some lettuce that we bought at the airport in a little French cafe. And I'm really sorry for the bad light, but I mean it's a plane and I did what I could. Then I fell asleep and they gave us another sandwich with ham and cheese and some Coke and water. We landed in Colombia at 9 p.m. but we were a little bit delayed because we were supposed to get there at 8 p.m. So when we finally got to the airport, there were lots of seats. There were lines and lines and lines of endless seats. And because we were in business class, we got to the front, and as you can see in the video, the airport staff had these white uniforms with masks and everything, and we waited there for like about 2 to 3 hours, and it was really exhausting, but we just had to wait so that they could call on us. They were giving passports out and checking your temperature and making sure everything was fine. Then they finally called on us after hours and hours of waiting. Everybody was really tired. There was even a dog. And then they asked us to make a line. And first they were taking the older people, the children. So we were taken in groups. Then in that same line, we were taking to where it's normally immigration, and it was full of empty chairs. We kept walking, and as you can see, all the duty-free shops in every single store was closed, and everything was dark and empty, and the whole airport was shut down. This was honestly one of the weirdest experiences I've had in my life and it was incredible because I felt like the whole airport had just closed for us. Then, as you can see, all of those gray gates were stores that are shut down because of the coronavirus. And as we kept walking in that same line, we got finally to where we were supposed to pick our luggage. But also because of the whole situation, the bags were already there, laid out for you, and you just had to look for them and pick them out. And as you can see, the whole airport was empty, and it was impressive how there was like nobody there. We were the only flight, and there was also another flight coming.
Contamination and the transmission of COVID-19. The following recommendations should be.
When we finally got out of the airport, it was 12 in the night already, and got into the car which would take us to my dad's town. It would be a 14-hour trip. They drove all night while we were asleep, and we stopped by in a little store that was open to get some food. The next morning, I had this chicken empanada for breakfast, which we bought in a store, and this ham and cheese sandwich that they gave us in the plane. After more than 14 hours on the road, I honestly couldn't feel my butt anymore, and I was really tired and exhausted already. But I would say that all of that was totally worth it, because I mean, look at all those mountains, the green, the sky, everything was so pretty, the view was so beautiful. After more than 14 hours in the road, we finally got to our destination, which was Pasto. And it was we were really tired, and I couldn't feel my butt anymore, to be honest. Hey, I hope you really enjoyed it. And if you did, please like and subscribe down below. And stay tuned for more content, recipes, and updates about my anorexia story. And yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I hope you really had a nice view from what is going on in the world right now, and I hope you really enjoyed it. Bye!